now, some elections are coming down to the wire, but what about those that are not even close? We take a look at what those politicians do to help their political party.
Also, we check in on the City of Madison's clerk's office to see how they're keeping up with election rule changes.
And later, Madison is getting some brand new playgrounds to get kids more active. We take a look at the upgrades and where the money to fund them is coming from. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. We will get to those stories in just a bit, but first, we had some snow-like weather earlier today.
Yeah, that was a little shock to the system. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, it wasn't quite snow. Officially, it was just what we call grapple, which is basically snow sticking to the outside of raindrops, and also a little bit of sleet as well. But on visible cloud tracking, you see there were plenty of clouds. That held temperatures down into the low 40s for much of the day, so it allowed some of that frozen precipitation to reach the ground. But as we take a look at Doppler track, the more persistent areas of showers are now out over Lake Michigan and moving into Michigan. Even a couple of flashes of lightning there. But here in southern Wisconsin, just a few sprinkles south of Madison and just around Hollandale. Those should be out of the way probably within the next couple of hours. And you can see on 6-hour future track radar, not looking for much in the way of precipitation through the rest of the evening. Current temperatures, though, are pretty chilly. 41 in Madison. 39 right now in Waukesha. Just to the east of there was a tornado in West Allis yesterday. So that's a big change in weather. And you can see across Dane County already down to 39 in Verona and Mount Horeb. So it is pretty chilly. There also are frost advisories in effect for Dane County and areas to the south and east from 1 a.m. until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. For this evening, look for temperatures to drop off into the upper 30s if they're not there already, and any lingering showers will come to an end. But even colder weather is on the way for early next week. I'll have more on that and the chances to see some real snowflakes in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Gary. There may only be one name on the ballot you actually vote for in each race this fall, but there are a lot of other politicians who help get those individual candidates elected.
Well, we're seeing some of that this month here in Wisconsin. Candidates not even on a ballot, offering their time and energy to push their preferred person over the finish line. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
So we're looking here at the power of surrogates, you know, the big name ones like the Obamas and the Trumps of the world. And especially in close races, surrogates can show energy and party support that is behind the candidate.
We all love Tammy. Oh,
that was the scene in La Crosse today, with U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin helping campaign for Democrats, including Mandela Barnes.
I need him as a partner in the United States Senate to take action.
Having someone like Baldwin come in and campaign for you can be a powerful tool, according to UW La Crosse political science professor Anthony Chergosky.
I think Tammy Baldwin could be quite valuable to the Democrats as they close out this campaign, because Tammy Baldwin was victorious by a rather impressive margin in 2018. And that speaks to Tammy Baldwin's ability to gain support from a wide variety of voters.
And having her in La Crosse makes a difference.
And I was talking with one of our organizers, and she said that we signed up a ton of people to go canvassing and door knocking just because Tammy Baldwin was there.
We're seeing this on the Republican side as well.
Actually, we saw Brian Stile campaigning with Derek Van Orden recently.
Van Orden is the Republican running for the 3rd Congressional District, which includes La Crosse. Stile says when he campaigns for fellow Republicans, it's a chance to highlight their collective platform.
And as we look at Derek Van Orden in the western part of Wisconsin, he's committed to making sure we're standing with the men and women of law enforcement, and in particular, addressing the fentanyl crisis.
And getting that support can be a huge boost for someone like Van Orden.
In some situations, we've seen tension between the more Trump-aligned wing of the Republican Party and the more old-school establishment wing of the Republican Party. But both wings of the Republican Party are in lockstep behind Derek Van Orden. That's been a huge key to his success.
So the open question for Chergosky is just how much we'll see the surrogates continue to campaign for candidates in Wisconsin. So Political today reported that Mandela Barnes has reached out to former President Donald Trump to see if he'll campaign with him. Barnes declined to confirm that, though, with a call with reporters earlier today.
All right, Will, thank you. Ahead of the election, Madison officials are working to make sure the process runs smoothly. This includes keeping voters informed as polling locations change and court cases adjust the rules voters use to return their absentee ballots. But for Madison officials, they say they are ready.
Through the past decade or so, the rules keep changing.
The clerk's office does their best to continue communicating and amplifying any messages from the state Elections Commission about any changes in the voting procedures.
Now, this comes in the wake of a series of court decisions ruling on whether voters can have a do-over on absentee ballots they've already cast, but that haven't been counted. The state Supreme Court is weighing in on that matter right now.
A reminder, Governor Tony Evers and Tim Michels will face off tomorrow in their first and only televised debate before next month's election. It's going to be held right here in the News 3 Now studio. You can watch it here on Channel 3 or our live stream on channel3000.com starting at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. 2 people are displaced after a house fire in Madison. It happened on the 4200 block of Doncaster Drive. Contractors were working on the house's exterior with a heat-conducting device when they noticed smoke coming from a nearby wall. Fire crews arrived to find smoke coming from the front porch. No one was injured.
Waukesha parade suspect Darrell Brooks going on a nearly hour-long rant in court today. Brooks calling for the dismissal of the entire case against him. He cited a number of reasons why proceedings should not continue, like claiming the prosecution hasn't shown proof it's licensed to practice law. Waukesha County Circuit Court Judge Jennifer Dorough denied that request, saying the trial will keep going. Today, Laura Thien from the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies took the stand.
I didn't see them get hit because it all happened so quick that I was still dancing, and all of a sudden I seen the red car in front of me, and I screamed either in my head or out loud. I don't know which, but I said, "What is he doing? Where's he going?"
Well, the prosecution said they plan on resting their case on Monday.
An 18-year-old Waunakee man accused of slapping a woman on the UW campus is now being charged with 4th-degree sexual assault. Police started looking for Ethan Peltier on September 7th after a woman reported being slapped on her behind by a man riding a motorized scooter. The incident happened on the Lakeshore Path. Police arrested Peltier just 2 days after asking for the public's help with identifying him.
Fentanyl test strips are now available for free at organizations all around the state. Those strips detect a potentially deadly substance that has been increasingly found in drugs like heroin, cocaine, and meth. Test strips have been distributed to tribal nation health clinics, county health departments, and drug resource organizations. There is no limit on the amount individuals can pick up as part of the program. A map of pickup locations is available on the Department of Health Services website, and we have a link to that map at channel3000.com.
Emergency responders, amateur radio operators, and communications experts from across the state are in Janesville this week for the 2022 State SimCom exercise. Since 2007, Wisconsin Emergency Management and the Wisconsin National Guard have organized SimCom. This event gives both of the organizations an opportunity to get together and learn how their equipment works in response to an emergency.
See a successful exercise and they see the value of the participation, and so then they want to participate the next year. So it's kind of growing organically, and as new organizations realize that, you know, we can't respond individually when there's a complex incident. We have to train together and work together.
Beckett says that amateur radio operators are crucial to emergency response, and they provide a valuable resource to keep communications going while emergencies are occurring. The event is invite only and will move to a new location for 2023.
A new temporary homeless shelter opening its doors today for as many as 200 men in the Madison area. That space will take over as the city's homeless men's shelter after the old Fleet Services building on First Street closed to make room for the proposed Madison Public Market. The shelter features better bathrooms with private showers, lockers, and common areas for dining. It'll also have space for one-on-one meetings, as well as isolation and recovery rooms to take in people who are sick or intoxicated.
We're thankful to be here. This building is a lot more suitable and supportive of humans than First Street. First Street was built for vehicles. This place, we have been able to put some planning into it to make sure that it's more suitable for human needs.
City engineering crews and their subcontractors have worked to convert the former thrift store on Zaire Road since February. They spent about $1.1 million on renovations. The city purchased the building itself for about $2 million.
Coming up, how conservationists are using man's best friend to find bumblebee nests.
Plus, solving the concussion issue in high school football, what researchers are saying could help reduce the number of head injuries.
It's the Hy-Vee Red Hot Week weekend sale this Friday through Sunday. Jimmy Dean bacon, only $2.99. Basket and Bushel red seedless grapes, only 98 cents a pound. And Progresso soup, only 99 cents. Don't miss this red hot weekend at Hy-Vee.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Ron Johnson caught lying. Independent fact checks call his attacks on Mandela Barnes false and misleading. But it's Johnson's views that are alarming. Johnson supported a ban on abortions. He co-sponsored a bill that makes no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And Johnson said if women don't like it, they can move. The truth is, it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Don't like paying taxes? Neither does Mandela Barnes. Barnes didn't pay thousands in property taxes he owed. Barnes failed to pay his taxes, but he wants you to pay more. He supported raising Wisconsin's gas tax nearly 30%, even though we already pay some of the highest gas taxes in the country. And he supported a $1 billion tax increase on Wisconsin families and an income tax as high as 70%. Mandela Barnes, another tax-raising, hypocritical politician. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss this red-hot weekend at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back. After several recent head injuries, the NFL is updating its concussion protocol. Now the safety spotlight is shining on how to protect high school football from head injuries. A new study published in the medical journal Pediatrics suggests changing the way high schoolers practice may help. The researchers from Indiana University studied 3 Midwest teams in the 2021 season using mouth sensors to gauge the impact different plays and drills have on an athlete's head.
Numbers kind of astounded me. So 74 players a season, they looked at 7,300 head impacts. So it's close to 100 impacts per player on average.
Researchers say minimizing head impacts during drills and practice may help reduce head injuries overall.
Wisconsin researchers looking to collect data on wild bumblebee nests this past summer are turning to man's best friend for help. Meet Betty, White, and Ernie. They are trained to locate Wisconsin's 20 species of bumblebees. A dog's superior sense of smell, of course, makes it possible to locate nests and collect data on the pollinators.
Nests in general are just super hard for humans to find by themselves. So any valuable, find for the dogs is going to be helpful for the researchers.
Well, dogs are trained to detect more than just bees, too. They've also been used to find turtle nests as well. Multiple Madison playgrounds are set to get much-needed upgrades.
When we come back, we take a look at some of the new equipment and what the young experts are saying.
Plus, will the wet weather continue on into the weekend? Gary's got your complete forecast after the break.
Ashley's Ultimate Sale is going on now. Shop in store and get the ultimate mattress discounts. Get 55% off select Beauty Rest mattresses. Plus, buy any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get $300 in free furniture. Don't miss these ultimate savings. Only at Ashley.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Light up your workspace with a new work light from Smart Electrician. This 10,000 lumen LED work light is super bright, weather resistant, and portable. Shine light where you need it with 11% off all work lights. Get your yard work done with a new powerful leaf blower from Works. Works power tools make fall cleanup projects quick and easy. All Works outdoor power tools are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Sheriff Jim Johnson.
I'm Sheriff Eric Severson.
We've got the real story on Mandela Barnes.
Barnes wants to defund our police, but he spent over $600 grand of your money on police protection for himself.
Barnes wants to eliminate bail for violent felons, and his administration has already released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists.
Take it from us.
Mandela Barnes policies are a threat to your family.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Why do dermatologists choose Dove?
The Dove Beauty Bar is gentle. Not only cleans, hydrates my skin.
As a dermatologist, I want what's best for our skin.
With 1/4 moisturizing cream, Dove is the #1 bar dermatologists use at home.
Your style is your superpower, yours to create and own. Your best style starts with Tresemme. Our most advanced formulas infused with salon-inspired ingredients like hyaluronic acid and Pro Style technology. Pro Smooth, Pro Shine, Pro Confidence.
Keith Urban, the Speed of Now World Tour. The must-see show of 2022. November 3rd at Veterans Memorial Coliseum at the Alliant Energy Center with Tyler Hubbard. And special guest Ingrid Andress. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Keith Urban, the Speed of Now World Tour.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Ultimate Sale is going on now. Get 10% off LG appliance packages of 3 or more pieces. Plus, guaranteed delivery within 5 days on all in-stock appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Madison students are getting new playgrounds, and they're nothing like the ones we grew up with.
In tonight's Eye on Education, Chris Stanford explains where the money is coming from and what the kids think about their new play spaces.
There are swings adults are used to. Then there's this.
My favorite part is when you go so high that your butt jumps off of it.
There's no doubt Hugel Elementary's new playground looks quite different.
This one's a lot newer and colorfuler, and the other one had a whole bunch of holes and it was breaking down.
This is 5th grader Caleb's favorite section.
Feels like you're in a American Ninja Warriors. Kind of makes you feel like you're running on a wall. You don't want to miss anything on here. You want to do every single thing every single day.
The equipment is so different, kids are making up names for it.
Yeah, I call it the tornado.
If you could describe this playground in one word, what would it be?
Awesome.
All the new equipment has the kids even more excited to come out for recess, providing that crucial balance between exercising their minds and exercising their bodies. MMSD is renovating more than 30 playgrounds across the district. More than $700,000 in funding is coming from federal COVID relief money. More than $4 million is coming out of the operating budget. Hugel's principal says the benefits are priceless.
We're a school that really focuses in on restorative justice and mutual concern, respect, and dignity. And we see those kinds of things playing out here as well as in classrooms, which is just exactly what we'd want to have happen.
And I can spin really fast on it. Do you want me to show you?
Yes, I want you to show me.
Okay. And I get dizzy. I feel energized and ready to learn sometimes, and really hungry.
It's an investment you could say the kids would bend over backwards for. In Madison, how do you feel after you run around this course a few times? Chris Stanford.
Tired.
News 3 Now.
I'm tired too. Part of the funding for Hugel's new playground came from private donations. Of the 33 playgrounds projects, 5 are under construction, 4 are still planned, and the rest are finished.
How about Stanford getting on the equipment thing, huh? Well, we got some chilly and wet weather today. Will we see the same tomorrow? Here's Gary. He's got your complete forecast, Gary.
Yeah, kind of like today. Maybe a couple degrees warmer or colder in a few spots, but it was cold enough in some areas to see grapple today, and that's kind of what you saw. It wasn't really snow. Basically what it was is snowflakes that are stuck to raindrops as they fall. So the snow starts out where the temperatures are cold enough in the cloud, but they fall into an area where there's raindrops even though the temperatures are still below freezing. It's kind of like taking a hose outside when the temperature is below freezing. The water comes out as liquid initially and then eventually it freezes. So the snowflakes stick to the raindrops as they fall, and when they reach the ground you get these slushy little balls of ice, and that's exactly what we had today over parts of southern Wisconsin. But the showers are winding down now. Just a few light showers, mainly south and east of Madison. Those will probably be gone in the next hour or two. Doppler track across the upper Midwest shows mainly snow, and those are flurries and light snow showers across parts of northern Minnesota, far northern Wisconsin, and the UP of Michigan, or at least mixed in with some rain. 6-hour future track precipitation shows that all of that will stay up to the north of us, so we're looking for mainly dry conditions once these last showers die out this evening. But 3 things you need to know. It's going to stay chilly for a while. I don't see any big warm up, at least through late next week. Shower chances tomorrow afternoon and and Sunday afternoon. But Monday, it might be cold enough for a chance for a few flurries to mix in with the showers because high temperatures will only reach the lower 40s, and some areas may not get out of the 30s, especially north of Madison. Weather track, this is a typical fall pattern. We have a large area of low pressure aloft just sitting and spinning, and when you see low pressure aloft, that means there's also cold air aloft. So the ground is still relatively warm because we're into the early to middle part of fall, so you get these clouds and showers that pop up during the afternoon. Then as soon as the sun goes down, the ground cools off, you don't have as much of a temperature difference, and the clouds start to break apart. And that's what will happen tonight. Most of the showers now are in northeastern Wisconsin. Again, just a couple left over parts of southern Wisconsin, but temperatures are cold enough for at least some flakes of snow in northern Wisconsin where they're already in the 30s. Madison, not far from the 30s. We're at 41 right now. Compared to 24 hours ago, our temperature's down another 18 degrees. So we've dropped about 30 degrees in the last 3 days. Future track shows the potential for some light rain and snow showers in the northern part of the Midwest tonight. Tomorrow, watch as perhaps a couple of showers pop up during the afternoon and early evening. We start clearing out again tomorrow night, and then Saturday, enough clouds to pop up at least during the afternoon to keep our temperatures down. The next weather system approaching from the north and west has some light rain and snow showers. By the time they reach us on Sunday afternoon, they'll mainly be in the form of rain showers, but again, that'll just reinforce the cold air that'll be around here. Frost advisory in effect for Dane County and areas of the south and east from 1 a.m. until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Freeze warnings for parts of northern Illinois. Planning your night, temperatures down to 32 in Pine Bluff, 32 in DeForest, and 31 in Sauk City with variably cloudy skies overnight. 33 in Madison, 31 in Janesville, and also 31 in Monroe. Look for a high temperature tomorrow of only 48. It'll be breezy and very chilly. And again, there's a possibility for an afternoon shower. 7 to 10 day forecast. Shower chance in the afternoon on Sunday. Colder and windy on Monday with a high of only 41. Then temperatures rebound back into the lower to middle 50s by the time we get to next weekend.
Imagine your high school football team going undefeated, averaging 51 points per game, being ranked 3rd in the state, and not making the playoffs. That's what happened to one Wisconsin team. A couple years ago, the Owen Withy Blackhawks made the decision to move their football program down to the 8-man division. In 2020, paperwork was filed to serve a 2-year playoff ban. They were originally told they'd be eligible in 2022, but the statement was retracted. The WIAA says a clerical error was made by a now retired official and wasn't caught until a year later in September 2021. Although the WIAA admitted to the error, they say it comes down to what's written in the rule book in place. Tomorrow night, Owen Withy will play their final game of the season against the Thorpe Cardinals.
And coming up in sports, Logan Brown no longer a Badger, why he was dismissed from the team. Next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original windows. Boom.
No need to be afraid of old windows. Call Feldco for 50% off.
It's the biggest sale of the season. 50% off Feldco windows, plus no money down and no interest until 2024.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the Triple Pet Pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
My school does active shooter drills every few months. It's terrifying to think about.
Tim Michaels wants to allow teenagers my age to buy AR-15s with no waiting period.
It's a terrible idea.
It's a really bad idea.
And Michaels wants to allow people to bring loaded guns on our school grounds. And that's just not okay.
I don't want guns in my school. We shouldn't be making things worse.
Tim Michaels is just way too radical.
He's way too divisive.
Tim Michaels is wrong for Wisconsin.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Loa Footwear, a name synonymous with premium outdoor footwear for 80-plus years. Our patented mono-wrap construction wraps the foot in a lightweight yet firmly supportive frame. We use a softer polyurethane in our midsoles that provides better shock absorption and ultimate comfort underfoot. Plus, our patented Gore-Tex liner is more durable and creates a smoother fit, thus less potential for blisters or discomfort.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
The Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Foundation presents the 2022 Wisconsin Gubernatorial Debate. Incumbent Democratic Governor Tony Evers debates Republican challenger Tim Michels Friday at 7 p.m. on Wisc-Tv.
Late last night, Wisconsin offensive lineman Logan Brown announced he was entering the transfer portal. But his decision to leave the program wasn't his choice. Interim head coach Jim Leonard said today that Brown was dismissed from the team after an incident at practice on Wednesday. The Journal-Sentinel is reporting that he struck a teammate. The backup right tackle appeared in 26 games, making 3 starts during his time at UW. Kurt Kangas took over the Westfield football program with one goal: to change the culture. In his first 2 years, they didn't win a game, but after seeing success last season, his team has bought into his message of Pioneer family. And now they're 1 win away from ending a 9-year playoff drought.
1.
Last season, Westfield football
2.
almost wasn't.
3. I was down to 14 kids, and the administration says we may not have a season.
So Kurt Kangas went knocking on doors.
He was going from door to door, be like, hey, do you want to play for us? So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And best decision of my life.
We got 8 more kids that come out, and we had 22 kids out for football. And we went 3-6 that year. Our first 3 wins since 2015.
Fast forward to this year, Kangas has 45 players out and shifted their focus to a team-first mentality.
Just always be together no matter what. Like, we're down, like, maybe we're losing in game 30, maybe we're winning by 30, no matter what, just always sticking together.
Something that he likes to call Pioneer family.
They bought into that, and they're not selfish. It's all about family and the team, not the individuals.
It hits me home because I like hanging out with people and I like working together. And it just, I don't know, it just makes sense, so why not roll with it? Right. And obviously it's been working.
The changing culture has this group a win away from their first trip to the playoffs since 2013.
We could have a chance of being 6-3 and making the playoffs. It's just like a surreal moment, kind of. Just being like, wow, we actually did it. We're changing the way the program is going.
All thanks to Kurt Kangas.
Come on, Owen.
And his Pioneer family. And in case you missed it last night, Cole Caulfield not only scored the first goal of the season for the Canadians, but the former Badger tallied the second one, too. Caulfield finished with 2 goals to lead Montreal to a 4-3 lead over Toronto. He's okay at hockey, I'd say.
He's always been able to score, hasn't he? Still doing it. Let's go to Gary, final check.
Yeah, chilly out there right now. The rain showers are winding down, though. A few sprinkles, mainly south of Madison. 6-hour future track radar thinks we're probably going to stay dry this evening, but temperatures already in the 30s over parts of the area. 41 right now in Madison, but across Dane County. 39 in Verona, 39 in Mount Horeb, and 39 in Wanakee.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.